It's very surreal to be here with my own film. I'm always there with my dad and everything, and I mean I am this time, but um, it's just like I can't really like comprehend that I have my own screening happening. So I'm kind of like in denial, but um, it feels very special. It's such an honor, and yeah, I remember just the carpet when I was younger. I mean, and I remember like looking up at everybody because I was probably like 10 or maybe a little bit younger. Um, but I now that I'm like 23, I'm able to actually like go see other films and like go to the after parties and meet so many amazing people. So that's definitely been like just the coolest thing. Well, it started off as something entirely different. Like there were characters that were dead or just weren't even created, and it was completely different. And then I workshopped it for about a year with my professor, and we kind of got down to like the core idea of what I was really trying to tell. Um, and I think it was mostly I wanted to tell a story of like family bonding through like illness and really difficult times, um, as well as caretaking for a family member, because that's kind of something that I've been doing for the majority of my life with my mom who has Parkinson's. So it was kind of my way of like coping with those memories and stuff like that. I mean, it was absolutely terrifying, like to show it to my mom. Of all people, I showed it to my dad. My dad sent it to his friends. I'm pretty sure like Ari Aster watched. I was like, oh my god. I mean, that's crazy, but like my mom was the one person I was like absolutely terrified for her to see. Um, and I would always kind of tell her, like, she'd always be like, oh, I want to see it. And I'd be like, okay, but you might not really be happy. And like, it's kind of, it's a very touchy subject, of course. And so, but I think showing it to her, I sat in the room. My dad told me I had to stay in the room. I was like, I'll just go, I'll go. He was like, you sit in that room.
Why did you say you have to stay in the room?
Because I was like, you need to like be there with her, just like hold her hand. And I was like, you're right, I really do. Like, I feel like it wouldn't have been the same. Um, and he was totally right. And I sat there with her. She had a couple of her nurses there, um, and like they were crying, and my mom kind of looked at me and her eyes were kind of teary, and I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm so sorry. I hope you're like you're not like upset. And she was like, I'm not, because I prepared myself for it. And I was like, okay, well that's good. And she loved it, and she now like sends me articles and anything that she sees and hears about my film. She's always talking to me about my film and the screenings tomorrow. So she's like constantly calling me and like just talking to me about it. So I think she's gotten very, very excited about it, which is really nice.